Hi lovely people, and welcome to Little Moments, Big Shifts, the podcast that empowers you to prioritise yourself and evolve into the person you were always meant to be. I'm your host, Emma Longbottom, founder of Wellbeing with Emma. Welcome. Let's get into today's episode. Hi my lovelies, so glad that you're here. So this is my last podcast of 2025, oh my goodness. And it's episode 12, we are whizzing through these, I can't believe it. I'm so glad that you chose to spend a few moments with me. And as you know now from the last few weeks, all of my podcast episodes in December, I'm sharing practical resources that you can use and repeat to find moments of calm during the festivities. So far we've taken the moment of self-love, we've connected to our bodies, we've practiced gratitude, we've taken some conscious calming breaths together, and today we're going to connect into our senses. So we're just going to take a few moments and just really connect, and it's a really beautiful mindful practice. So if it's safe and comfortable for you too, you might want to sit down or maybe lie down for this one. But if you're listening when you're driving or walking, please be sensible and safe and just do what feels right for you. You can still listen and do this when you're doing something else. Don't worry about that. I know some of you listen to it, this podcast on the commute. So if that's what you're doing, then please go with it. And if it's safe and you're not driving, then maybe you want to close down your eyes, or maybe you just soften your gaze. Maybe just starting to take some nice deep inhales and exhales through the breath, whatever you've done with the body and the eyes. Taking some nice deep breaths. And just taking a couple of moments and just enjoying those deep breaths. And then as you next inhale, becoming aware of what you can smell. What can you smell? What sense are you aware of? And try not to get caught up in the story about why or about what. Just naming the scent and moving on to the next one. So maybe you can smell something floral, something sweet, something sour. Doesn't matter what it is. Try and name the scent and then move on to the next one without overthinking. Just being aware of all the things that you can smell, all the different scents that you can smell. And then let's move the awareness to what we can hear. What sounds can you hear in your ears? Maybe something inside of your body. Maybe something in the room or the space around you. Maybe there's noises that you can hear beyond the room or the space that you're in. Trying again not to get caught up in them. Trying to just let them be there without criticising them. So even if you can hear your kids somewhere screaming, don't worry about that. Just name it, kids. Move on to the next one that you can hear. Letting them just fade into the background. Being aware of all the things that you can hear but not latching on to any of them. Just letting them be present. Being aware of all the things that you can hear. And then let's move the awareness to all the things that you can feel on your skin. The different textures of your clothes. Maybe you can feel the textures of wherever you're stood or sat or lying. Maybe you can feel some coolness or some warmth on the skin. Again, try not to get caught up in what or why. Just naming them soft, spiky, metal, cold, warm. Whatever the things, the textures you can feel, naming them and moving on to the next one. Being aware of all the different textures that you can feel on your skin. sensing them all. And let's gently move the awareness to the mouth. And be aware of all the tastes in the mouth. What can you taste? Maybe moving the tongue gently around and being aware of all the different things that you can taste. It doesn't matter if you don't know what it is. Just naming it. Sweet, salty, sour, whatever it is. Being aware of what you can taste. Don't have to be specific, but be aware of the different types of taste that you can be aware of in your mouth. Whatever's present. Might be even something that surprises you that you don't remember eating, and that does not matter. Try not to get caught up in the stories. Try to just stay present with the tastes. Being aware of all the things that you can taste. And then let's move our awareness to what we can see. So don't worry if the eyes are closed or open, it doesn't matter. Being aware of all the things that you can see. The different colours, the different textures, the different shapes. Even if the eyes are closed and all you see is darkness, can you be aware of the different shades of darkness? Any shapes that may be present? Any light that's coming through the lashes? If the eyes are open, gently looking around at the different textures and colours that you can see, the light and the shade. Being aware of all the things that you can see. And then let's take a moment and let's be aware of all of it. All the things that you can smell, the things that you can hear, the textures you can feel on the skin, the taste you're aware of in the mouth, all the things that you can see. Let's just be aware of all of the senses all at once. Let them all be present. And then let's let it all go. And let's just come back to the natural inhale and exhale through the nose. And just take a couple of final breaths here. Nice deep inhales and exhales through the nose. And then gently bringing some movement back in if you haven't already. The eyes are closed, gently blinking open the eyes. Having maybe a little stretch or a little wiggle if that's safe and comfortable to do so. Gently bringing yourself back into your day. Hope you enjoyed this little moment of calm. Thanks so much for joining me and prioritising yourself. I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope you've enjoyed these different resources that I've been sharing with you during December. If there's one particularly that you liked and you'd like more of, please do get in touch and let me know. I love to hear from you. I will see you very soon, my love. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.